So I'm sure at this point you're wondering why I started Restored. And the idea started a long time ago when I was realizing, you know what? The more we take God out of things, the worse the world seems to get. And so I wanted to find a way where I could put God into something, into the world in some way, in my own way. But the idea kind of stood there and I didn't know what to do. Until one morning, back in February, it was snowy, tons of snow on the ground still, and freezing rain coming down. I lived in the waterfront on the 4th floor of this condo building, and on a nice day, the first thing I do in the morning is look outside. But on a gloomy day, that was one of the last things I would do unless I was going to go outside to walk my dog just to see what's the weather gonna be like out there for that. But for some reason on this gloomy day, right before I sat down to read, something inside me told me, just look out the window. So I did. And it's weird because usually on a day like that, there's nobody out. There's nothing. And I did not have my glasses on. But what I thought I saw, it looked like there was a person just laying in the snow by the water. I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. So I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me, and they have many times, and I've thought I've seen things that weren't there. So I got my glasses on. And even more so, it looked like a person just laying in the snow. And it almost looked like there was some red in the snow next to this person. But I was like, you know what? What if it is a person? And what if they need help? So all of a sudden I kick into full gear, run outside, and as I get closer and closer and closer, I realize more and more that it is a person and they aren't alive. So I immediately call 911. I run inside the building and tell my building manager. She comes out, checks for a pulse. I did not know how to do that actually. So luckily she did. She checks for a pulse and there is none. But she said he was still warm, which means that just happened. Like not too long ago, especially with how cold it was outside, if he was still warm. Later, we find out that he took his own life. They found a gun. I didn't know what to feel, think, or do. I mean, it's not a great way to start a day. So I sat at my piano and I imagined what song he might have listened to before he decided to take his own life. I mean, he was only 21 years old. I kept thinking, if only I could have done something. If only I would have looked out the window sooner. If only I could get this image out of my head. If only I could help someone not make that choice. But I can't. Because even though it was too late for him, it's not too late for somebody else. You know, life is full of tough stuff. It's also full of so many good things. But sometimes when things hurt or we're feeling pain, it's just, that's all you feel. You forget your blessings, the things to be thankful for. Because sometimes it just feels like, the pain just outweighs all of it. And that's why I started Restored. And these are the words that I wish I could have said to him before he decided to take his life.
You say you feel like walking the plank, 'cause life is getting you down. You can't bear this burden. Well, I found the way out. He gives the peace you desire. He'll fight off your demons. He'll meet you in the fire. Oh, what you could become. This doesn't have to be the end. I wish you only knew all the value that you have, and you could have it all. His whole kingdom, he says, he won't let you down. He will give you rest. He won't let you down. He will give you rest. He wore that crown of thorns to give you life beyond compare. So no matter how hurt you feel, you are not beyond repair. He washes away your stains with his precious blood. You're more than you think you are. You are his beloved. Oh, what you could become. This doesn't have to be the end. I wish you only knew all the value that you have, and you could have it all. His whole kingdom, he says, he won't let you down. He will give you rest. He won't let you down. He will give you rest. You could become. This doesn't have to be the end. I wish you only knew all the value that you have. You could have it all. His whole kingdom, he says, he won't let you down. He will give you rest. He won't let you down.
Whether you think you need God or not, whether you think you need encouragement or not, or inspiration, or some sort of positivity in your life, I thank you for watching and continuing to watch my episodes. For I know the thoughts I think towards you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not evil, to give you a future and a hope. Thank you so much for listening to my story. If you like that song or any other song that has appeared on Restored so far, you can now download them at taratinsley.com/restored. And I will see you next time.